The funkiest of birds, a funky chicken. He struts around the yard, he never will fly. The chicken will never quicken, flapping his wings as too undignified. He swore he'd never ornithologize. A funky chicken never flies. But then he thought he needed a new abode on the other side of the road. So with his friend the optimistic hedgehog, he started out across, but it was unwise. The traffic was far too frantic. He knew he'd have to ornithologize, or he'd never get to see the other side. He knew that he would have to fly. The hedgehog didn't make it, but that's the reason why the chicken crossed the road. Now, a physicist was facing a conundrum. The universe was round, or was it a square? Expanding or getting smaller? Shaped like a banana or like a pear? How could he prove he equaled mc squared? Was he the only one who cared? Then Einstein, while he was playing his violin, he found a new explanation. The time he had to finish off the project was relatively short, but now he knew why. He worked out a way to stretch it. The faster you go, the slower time goes by. Things happen in the twinkling of an eye. He knew his thoughts would have to fly. But then he found out that the more you find out, the more that there is to find out. Three mothers sat around and had a gossip. Each one had a son she loved and adored. Each thought that her son loved her more. My son, the doctor, loves his mom so much. Bought me a car with leather seats and such. Automatic so you don't declutch. But my son, he's a lawyer and very rich. He bought me an apartment with curtains on the windows, fully furnished. A view across the city, and it's all mine. But my son's a psychiatrist. He's going through a metamorphosis. He's having a psychoanalysis. It's just to show he loves his mom. He pays a man a fortune just to listen to him talking about me. The lessons of the song are very simple. Don't ever cross the road while watching the stars. The hedgehog found out to his cost. The young man who had psychoanalysis went through an early middle-age crisis, became his mother's nemesis. And Einstein took not a quantum of Mach's advice. He said that God didn't play dice, but that's a story for the next edition. The funky chicken crossed the road and survived. The hedgehog was made up a saint. The psychiatrist became an analyst. Albert Einstein became an alchemist. The moral of the story is, it really doesn't have one, so you may think this is the end. Well, it is. Yes, it is.